They did, yeah. Have you seen the name of their new stadium?
Yeah, isn't it like after a law company? Isn't it Hilson
Hill
Dixon?
Dickinson or something,
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
What a shit name for a stadium.
Do you know, I was going to call it Hilson Dick, but it could be Dickinson Hill.
It's Hill Dickinson, but yeah, well done.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Hilson Dick, that sounds a lot better. We'll call it the Hilson Dick Stadium for next season.
We're live at the Dick Stadium.
Classic Will, always talking about Dick. He loves it. Fucking loves a bit of Dick. The Football Drop Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of your favourite sports football-based podcast. It's the Football Drop Podcast.
Sports football based podcast. I like it. Makes perfectly. Cheers, mate. How the devil are you, William?
I'm alright, mate, yeah. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Has the dog been fed by any chance? You sound very happy.
I don't know what's going on.
Pacing up and down.
Just pacing up and down for no
It's
reason.
absolute carnage there.
My house is carnage.
Absolute carnage. We're a couple of minutes late for what we wanted to record, but we have had cats meowing, dogs barking and walking around. We've had kids shouting, lots of noises.
It's
Loving
almost
it.
like I live in a home.
Madness.
Weird. Very
Absolute
weird.
mad.
Yeah.
This is an insight to what it's like to live as a family.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
Oof, wow. True, but
Excuse me.
harsh. But
I've
true.
got such a peaceful life now, mate. It's so quiet. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. How's things with you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I would say pretty tip top. What about yourself?
Yeah, no, let's delve a little bit more into that. Come on, talk to us. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. Yeah, just pretty good. Things all right. Got a new mattress today. Basically a brand new bed. So that's exciting.
Yeah,
That's pretty much how rock and roll my life is, really.
it was kind of weird, wasn't it? Because I can't remember why, but I called you a player earlier, and just as I
Yeah.
sent it, you sent a picture of your bed.
Yeah, that was really weird timing. I'm not gonna lie.
It was good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
not
enjoyed
gonna
that.
lie. But yeah, that's pretty much me summed up. To be honest, mate, it's been a quiet week.
Quiet week.
Oh, actually, saying that, I saw our Man v Fat friend, Mr. Richard Crick. Met with him on Wednesday for some drinks and some racing. I know he does listen every now and then, so if you are listening, Rich, you're really shit at simulator driving.
Can I just ask, when you say racing, were you doing simulator or were you just like having a leg race just to see who would win? Because
Simulator.
without meaning to be rude, I don't think you'd win that.
Oh, okay. This is really opened up some wounds here, Will. But okay, that's fine. No, it was simulator racing.
Good.
For Formula
That's
One.
all you could win, I reckon.
Yeah, probably. But there's potentially some news for you regarding football.
Some
Judging
news?
by our football team's group chat,
No, there is not news.
being lined up for the next El Capitano.
No, not happening.
Well, you're captain tonight, though, aren't you? Because our captain and vice can't make it.
Our captain, our vice, and our vice isn't there.
No, so
You
that's
are like, do you know what, right? You're one of these
You.
people, right? Just want to call you out
You're
on
the
your
man.
shit right
you
this second.
the man. I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you.
You are one of those little weasels, right? Who won't take
This is
won't
harsh.
take like captaincy, won't like do anything, but will sneak around in the group talking
Won't
to
do
everybody.
anything. Hang on. Won't do anything.
Yeah,
Are you for real?
what do you do?
Generate the chat. I bring the
So
vibes.
no, leave that,
Bring
leave
the
that. That's what I
vibes.
mean. What do you do other outside of the group chat?
Turn up every week, do the meal challenges, do the fitness challenges. Hello to everyone every week. Try and G them up.
Say hello
motivate
to
everyone.
every
Try
week.
and motivate the team.
Well done
Make
for
sure
saying
get
hello.
everyone's heads up.
Yeah, so this is what I mean. You're one of those people, right, that don't want any responsibility, but is always the first in the chat to be like, right, come on, lads, we're going to do this. You're the first one to say, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Rarely do you do it.
Team player. That's what I'm trying to be, is a team
No,
player.
what you do is you expect everybody else to do it, and then you just go, right, I've G'd everybody up, that's my job done.
No, I take part in everything. Do I not? Tell me a challenge I've not taken part in, William. Please,
Mate,
enlighten me.
come on.
Enlighten me.
Hang on, give me a minute. I'll just go 15 minutes through all of our chats and I'll be like, oh, there you go, actually, Ben. Last week you said that you was going to do this and you didn't.
Yeah, there was a couple of things last week that was a little bit later than I planned. But unfortunately, my little girl was not well, so I had to take her to the hospital. But she's all okay now. So that was a little bit delayed, I must admit.
So you said that you was going to do something Wednesday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
I was.
You had to take Maisie to hospital on Thursday. So what happened to Wednesday's one?
So Wednesday I got
You was
back
out
in
with Richard Gray.
12:30. It was later than I anticipated, because I missed my train as well.
Friday you had an early night. Yeah, Friday you had an early
shattered.
night. Yeah, it's all right, mate. Honestly, it's just funny. It's just.
I hate you've called me
It's
out.
just bants.
I've got no comeback. The thing is, I've got to get used to this now that you're going to be captain. I've got to listen to you. You've got to take what you say on board.
No, not now. I'm captain.
I've got you.
Because I'm not captain. You just have to do that, though.
No, you're captain. You are.
Anyway, right, we're just now bickering. No one wants to listen.
William Capitano Salisbury.
How has your dietary week been like for your healthy lifestyle?
I had my cheat meal. When did I have that?
When
did I text you saying pizza? Yesterday. So my cheat meal was Sunday, but all week I've actually been pretty good. I've not had anything like massively calorific or cheating meals or anything like that, really.
So you should be down a couple of kilos today.
Well, I'd say about a kilo.
Well done.
So scales earlier was bang on a kilo, I think it was. So yeah, not so bad. What about you? How's your week been? Because I know you said you had a few testing things last week, potentially.
No.
You said it was going to be a bit difficult for you.
No, that's the week before.
Oh, okay.
But thanks for keeping up with my personal
Do you reckon people listening go, are they gay? Why do they record separately? It's like one upstairs, one's downstairs. It's got to be.
I have to look after the dog and the cat.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just close the door. Well, not today, but yeah, close the door.
Yeah, it's true. No, it's been alright.
It is true, yeah. You can see it, yeah.
I'm down. I'm down this week.
Are you? How much?
I don't know right this second, but I was about 0.6 down, something like that.
Mate, well done. I'm proud of you, bro. Well, you're proud of yourself. That's good. You should be. Yeah, you should be, man.
No, I've hardly eaten this week, so it's been tough. I think you find, like, when you get closer and closer to, like, what you get trying to get to, it just doesn't come off as easy, does it?
I don't know, I'm miles off. I don't know. I'm about 30 kilos off yet, mate, but yeah.
Wow. No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm about 30, 40 kilos off what I want to be. I'm not saying it on air, but yeah, about 30 kilos still.
Where do you want to be?
Yeah. I'm not fuck you.
I won't be able to do the maths.
So yeah, I've still got a fair way to go still, but I'm getting there.
Fair play, bro. You'll get there. We've got this.
Absolutely, mate. 100%.
Well, you've got a little game for us, haven't you? Based on the 100 men versus gorilla, you had like a little game for us.
Did I?
Yeah.
If you just give us a little prompt and let me know what this game was. Oh, is this the ordinary men thing?
The ordinary men?
I know what it is now. Yeah. So.
Wow. I even put it on the agenda reveal.
No, you put on the agenda reveal. Right, I'm going to read it out for everyone. Who will win? 100 men versus gorilla. No ordinary men. So I've just read that and it didn't make no sense, and then it tweaked. Right. So obviously everybody knows.
By the way, can I just say I sent the agenda reveal yesterday.
Yesterday. So I'm reading it. So obviously everyone's doing this. Who would win? 100 men versus a gorilla. Blah blah blah. Lots of people wolfing out, us included as well. Say, well, let me know a little bit more about it. Who are these men? Are they like trained fighters? Are they this? Are they that? So based on football. Who would win? 1 silverback gorilla or 100 Jamie Vardys?
Is it? Right, okay, I will have to ask for a caveat in this. Is there 100 Red Bulls?
No, there's 400 Red Bulls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy.
So you reckon 100 Jamie Vardys would be?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you?
100%. Yeah.
Okay, 100.
Congratulations on your 200 goals, Jamie Vardy, by the way.
Yes, amazing. 100 Arturo Vidals or a 1 silverback gorilla.
Is he the guy with the mohawk?
Yeah, the mohawk. And like
Has he still got it?
beard. Yeah, he's playing in, I want to say Mexico now. Yeah, he got sent off at the weekend.
He's still got it.
Yeah.
That's insane, isn't it? I mean, we like to comment on people's appearance on this podcast. Scott Parker, we praise. What a legend. And he's back in the Premier League
quite a lot
next season.
Yeah.
So we are looking forward to seeing the cardigans, the four stripes, talking about the fashionista that is Scott Parker. He is the David Beckham that we didn't know we needed. But Vidal,
famously,
to have that hairstyle for quite a long time is brave.
It does suit him though, doesn't it? I feel like there's not many people that can pull that off.
There's no one, Ben.
I think it looks all right on him. It
No
makes him look like a bit of a badass. You think, ooh, I think that's why he's got that image. So yeah, 100 Arturo Vidals or one gorilla.
I think he's fairly tough. I think he's going to be in good shape. I think he's fairly sensible. He's got a bit of a strategic head on. I reckon he will beat the gorilla.
We're talking about the same person. Strategic head on.
Yeah, like you
This is the guy who 2 foots every challenge and gets sent off 10 times a season.
Well, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. But to play football, you've got to understand a bit of strategy in how to play football, haven't you?
Yeah, okay.
So I think he'll take it to like a duck to water.
What are you talking about? Fucking idiot. And then a final one for this week. 100 Luis Suarez's against one gorilla.
I think the gorilla might win that. Yeah, well, the fur will be in Suarez's mouth, and he won't be able to like get his bearings. I just think the gorilla's won.
Fair enough.
What I didn't do was ask what you think.
No, because the game was for you to answer.
What do you think though?
So I would say gorilla wins against Vardy. I would say gorilla wins against Vidal, and I would say gorilla wins against Suarez.
You're insane. 100. Do you understand how many 100 is?
Yeah, but these people are not. They're not fighters. They're footballers. If you asked me 100 Roy Keanes against a gorilla, different story.
Okay, fucking. Why do we have to do it the long way around? Ben, if you had 100 Roy Keanes and one gorilla, what do you think?
Do you know what, Will? That's a very good question. This is going to give. I can need some thought on this. I would say 100 Roy Keanes. I feel Roy Keane is scrappy. He would be up for a tear up, and he would know how to do a decent level of fighting. And obviously 100 on him, bang. He'd be able to do that.
Right. I think you're fucking mental, but...
Mate, I think this whole fucking game is mental and it's ridiculous, but it gives us some content, so this is why we're doing it.
Okay.
So there we go.
Should we move on?
Crack on with your agenda reveal. Let's go.
So, I have got a little game for you.
2 games back to back, I like this.
So this is based on the nicknames kind of takeoff that happened recently, maybe a year or so ago now, thinking about it, where you had to work out... Where people just sent in nicknames of all of the people that they knew, funny nicknames, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Yeah, remember?
That was that Aussie radio show, wasn't it?
I think it's New Zealand. It might be Aussie. Yeah. Same thing. Joking, by the way. Joking.
We know your preferences.
So, I'll give you the first one. Pretty easy. What does that mean?
Well, after was it last week on the pod you said, nah, Australia's much better than New Zealand. It's vast.
Well, yeah, I was.
Because you love Australia.
Yeah, I did say vast.
A lot.
Right, so let me give you an example. So, I will ask you a question and you'll give me the answer. So, who had the nickname Psycho? A ghost! Stuart Pearce, exactly, yeah. So that was quite an easy one. Chicharito?
Javier Hernandez.
You know who the baby-faced assassin is?
Solskjaer?
Well done.
Yeah.
Right. Who has got the nickname Mike?
Mike? Oh my God, Mike. Premier League, I'm assuming. Give us a clue.
You won't get it. So I'll give you the answer. Chris Smalling. He was called Mike because Louis van Gaal...
Oh my God, Louis van Gaal called him... Yes! He said Mike during the bloody press conference, didn't he? Yes. Yeah, okay. What's next?
Okay, right, yeah. So, Mike, sorry.
Just sitting back, just chilling. You're running this game.
Yeah, sorry.
You're waiting for me to ask.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yes!
The shower clearer.
Fuck knows.
Dion Dublin.
Yeah, I would never have got that in 100 million years.
I'll let you guess why. Should we move on?
Just, yeah.
The Blind Venetian.
I feel like I've heard this one before. Blind Venetian. Blind Venetian. Blind Venetian.
It is Massimo Taibi before his shocking performance that he had for Man United against Southampton.
No, I would have got that.
I think you'll get this one. L'Assault.
L'Assault. Graham.
Okay.
Is that Graham L'Assault?
No. Nicholas Anelka. Duncan Disorderly.
Duncan Disorderly.
Duncan Disorderly. That's fucking brilliant. Big Dunk.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it Big Dunk? So he's been plastered everywhere at the moment, isn't he?
Who got called Dave?
Cesar Azpilicueta. I know that one. Because they couldn't say his name.
Right, this one is my absolute favourite. One size.
Size. I feel like it's going to be someone like Milner. No? One size. Give me a clue. Give me a clue on this one.
I think I'm just going to tell you.
Go on.
So, do you remember the QPR defender Fitz Hall? One size Fitz Hall.
No. I don't remember him. That's amazing though. I love that.
Isn't that at the absolute best? One size fits all.
That's terrible. So bad.
I really
So
love these.
bad.
If you've got any more, then please do let us know. There was one more. It wouldn't. I think you would agree with it. They are called the Flea. It's pronounced differently because they are predominantly from Spain, although they are Argentinian. The Flea.
Is this Suarez?
Is he Argentinian?
Oh, he's Uruguayan, isn't he? Sorry.
He's the only Argentinian that you'll know that's relatively small.
I know this one, but I don't know this one.
Of course you
Is
do.
it Messi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Flea. Fantastic. But yeah, please do shout us in with any more if you do know them, because I fucking love those things.
Yeah, the rude ones are just as fun. So if you've got Sunday League ones, let us know.
Definitely. Yeah, thank you.
Well done, mate. Good game.
Cheers, mate.
But yeah.
Should we move on to a bit of news? So
yeah, let's do it.
Should we start off with Big Gary Lineker, my friend, who, I had one question read out from.
Yeah. He, this weekend is his last weekend.
Yeah.
It's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. So have you heard what's happened today?
Yeah, I've heard bits. I didn't really understand it because I didn't know that reference was what it is, to be fair. Yeah, I just saw the apology come through. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's finishing up. Fair play to him. I think when you make a mistake like that nowadays, it's going to happen, isn't it?
I'd assume so. I mean, he's not going to exactly be ousted from everything in media, is he? He's huge. He's still going to do his podcasts and things like that. He's still going to have that outlet. I think, I'll be honest, gut feeling was it was a general mistake. And it was a genuine mistake as well that he's not realised. Someone's going, oh, mate, do you know what you've just done? He's like, oh, fuck. I reckon it's one of those scenarios. Because he's obviously very opinionated. He just posts, doesn't he? And worries about it later. So I don't think there was any malice in it, to be honest.
I think that's where he's always gone wrong when it comes to the BBC, is he's had an opinion. And they don't like that he's got an opinion. And he says it quite often. A few years ago, he got suspended and there was this boycott against it. And I think now he's just like, do you know what? I don't need this shit. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to hear what comes out going forward, whether there's more to come out, on the rest of his football and stuff, whether they interview and grill him on it. But
100%. Micah and Alan 100% will ask him about it.
It was like, it really made me laugh on the overlap when Jill Scott was saying that she never really got into media, and Roy King just went, because of Ian.
Because of Ian. Yeah, pointed at him as well.
So funny. It's just the timing like that. I absolutely love. Absolutely brilliant.
Brutal.
Right, let's move on. Huijsen.
Yes.
Huijsen. He's got a bit of a deal, hasn't he?
£50 million to Madrid. Goes at the end, literally the end of the season. Done.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
How old's he? 19, 20?
Yeah, I think he's in his 20s.
Crazy, isn't it?
Done so well. I mean, this season,
One season.
Well, Bournemouth have done fantastic. Yeah, I know, but that's all he needs. You know, Van Dijk at Southampton, pretty much one season, got a massive move to Liverpool.
But he smashed it at Celtic for 2 years, though.
Yeah,
I appreciate different league, but he
I know what
was
you're saying.
unplayable. But
Yeah,
Housen's come from Juventus, where he barely played. Obviously, he's a youth player, basically. And then, don't get me wrong, he's done very, very well. He's been fantastic. But 50 million to Real Madrid, you've really got to be demonstrating something there.
But I'm worrying about Bournemouth now, because Kerkez is supposedly going to Liverpool. Not confirmed as a done deal, but very close, along with Frimpong as well, actually, from Leverkusen. And
Yes.
Wirtz is rumoured to be leaving Leverkusen as well. So, you know, they're in the same, probably in a worse position, actually, than Bournemouth, because Bournemouth have still got their manager, whereas Leverkusen have now lost Alonso, probably Wirtz, and Frimpong, who have been, you know, two of their best players, and their manager. And now Bournemouth as well in the same boat, you know, starting to lose some of those good players, which is going to happen, isn't it?
Of course it is. There's rumours about Semenyo moving potentially as well. Evan Nilsson's been linked with the move to Spain.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen a few Spanish clubs like Betis, Bilbao are looking at him, and apparently Atletico Madrid were looking at him. So there's, I see what you mean. Like it could be a horrible summer for him, and they could potentially still get in Europe as well, which might be able to hold on to one or two of those players for another season.
Maybe, but I think when you're dealing with, you know, Kerkez going to Liverpool, Housen going to
Real Madrid,
you know, Semenyo, there's links to possibly Arsenal, Chelsea, Evan Nilsson. I haven't seen those rumours, but if that's a big team in Spain, you're not gonna stay at Bournemouth, are you? You can only hope though that Bournemouth do a bit of a Brighton and recruit very, very well, but don't know. That's kind of the core of your team almost starting to come out, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's your core, but it's also your flair players at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very tough. But I do hope that they do keep hold of a few of them.
Yeah, ditto. Oh dear, he's coughing. Right, let's move on. So, did you see? It was unusual that you went quiet. I was like, what's happened?
Did you look up? It's like, oh, he's dying.
Ajax, 10 points clear. As of, I think they had 12 games to go, 10 points clear. Was it 5 games?
5 games. 5 games, they were 9 points clear.
Wow, I've got that all wrong then. Thank you for correcting me. And now they're second. That's insane, isn't it?
Is it 1 game left, isn't it?
1 game left. They're second place. It's not in their hands anymore. Can I ask you a question?
It's bad, isn't it?
Does it feel nice to know that they're a bigger bottle job than Arsenal?
Yes. Not going to lie.
I could see. Yes. That took everything from you to admit that. Could be worse, Gooners. Could be worse.
It could be worse. I do feel for them a little bit, though. It's got to be hard to take.
Mm.
Especially when it's one of your big rivals as well. That's got to be really tough. It's difficult. But they are linked with a new manager in the summer. A new old manager, I should say.
A new old manager. Go on, you oxymoron.
Erik ten Hag is linked to go back to Ajax. He did a very good job there.
He's going to sign Anthony, isn't he?
Can you imagine? Funny thing with Anthony, so if United win the Europa League and Betis win the conference, he gets 2 European medals in the same season. How mental is that?
That's
for someone who's had a shit season until February.
And can I just say, again, for all Gooners, I fucking hope that happens.
It needs to. But do you know what's worrying, right? So Bologna won the Coppa Italia, 70 years and not won a trophy. Palace, massive shout out to Palace.
We'll talk about that in a minute, but yeah.
Won the FA Cup, never won a domestic cup in their history. All these teams are winning trophies, man. They haven't won trophies for a while. I'm getting a bit nervous.
Right, so should we move on to Palace and the FA Cup then? Because I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah, can do. Sure.
So,
let's go for it.
Crystal Palace, Ben, they won the FA Cup at the weekend.
Did they?
Can I say something to you?
Go on.
Never before have those words ever been uttered.
Never before.
But yet, today, here we sit saying, congratulations, Crystal Palace.
It almost looks like you've got a Palace shirt up there as well, weirdly enough.
No, Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I could see.
Oh, right.
Great goal from Eze as well, wasn't it?
It was a very nice finish. Yeah, it was. I think they only had like 3 shots in the whole game. Banged one in.
It was meant their defending was pretty fucking good. However, there was a lot of controversy. Dean
Well,
Henderson.
before we get onto that, because before we get onto
Go
that,
on,
I just
go
want
on.
to say, right, the defending was good, right, but let's just talk about City for a minute, for a second, because I want to give Palace the credit they deserve. But I just want to say, City they're just one of those teams this season where they are so creative until you get to the middle of the box. And yeah, you know the box. Yeah, you know the middle of it.
Yeah, in the middle of
Yeah.
it.
There, that sort of area. They're not very creative in that part of the box.
I wish you explained that more clearly straight away.
More clearly. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
go on. Fucking
Haaland
hell.
has scored 30 goals, right, this season?
Right.
Yeah, very little of that has come for the second half of the season. That's because they're just not putting the balls into the box. They're fucking around outside of the area, edge of the box.
Yeah.
And there's just nothing really going in to the middle of the box. Yeah. They yeah, it's just a funny one. But let's move on to Palace.
Yeah, well, what's your thoughts on the Henderson handling situation?
I think it's as clear as day that he came out of the area.
Yeah.
He pushed the ball away from the goal and Haaland,
Yeah.
and then it was adjudged to have not really interfered with play that much because the ball was heading into a direction that wasn't in a danger area because he hit it that way.
Yes. Yeah.
It was an insane decision, made even more insane by the fact that they reviewed it, saw it again, and still went, that's all right. It's mental.
I don't understand the reasoning and the logic there at all.
No.
I really don't. It's clear that's hand outside the box, red card, he's off.
Yeah. Do you think that they didn't want to do that because they didn't want to ruin the FA Cup?
100%.
Or do you think it was a genuine mistake, error, human error type thing?
I think it's a bit of both. I think the first step, that first definitely comes into play. They didn't want the FA Cup to be kind of scripted and written and reported all around that. But I do think, secondly, the way they're justifying things, they're almost interpreting rules different to what they should be. And we've said it all season, there's no consistency with these things. You handle outside the box, you're off. Simple as that. When you're especially the last person, you're done, mate. Get out. Saliba got a red card for taking someone out. There's still a goalie there. So why is Henderson not getting this for taking the ball away from Haaland? Was it Haaland, I think, wasn't it? Like taking it away from him. So outside of his area, we get penalties if we do that.
Sometimes, even if you don't.
Yeah.
What was funny was at the end when Guardiola was having a right old go at Henderson.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, isn't that fucking ironic that Pep's upset with cheating going on? Mr. 115 charges.
Yeah. I feel like there is a bit of a thing against City the last couple of months or so, though. I feel like they have been getting decisions going against them that might not always be right, but it's justifiable and balanced in the long run.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
He did come out today and he said, well, actually, it wasn't such a bad season because we won the Community Shield.
That's so cringe, isn't it? Like when Arteta said it, he's like, well, I've won trophies, I've won the Community Shield. You and I both go, it's not a trophy, though. Like, it's great that you win it. You've lifted something. It's great. But that's your end of your pre-season.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of like your first game back. Like, it's a Monday morning type of thing, isn't it? Oh, well, first day back. Well, we'll see what work gets done today.
Yeah, give it a go.
Oh, is that just me?
I didn't agree. But, yeah, it's not a trophy. And I feel like that's desperation a little bit. That's him trying to back his players up, give them the confidence, say, that's right, you've won something. No, it's a bad season. It's not a great season for Arsenal, but it's been better. But for City, that's, especially for Pep and the way he's obviously done things historically, it's a bad season for him.
Yeah.
No getting around that.
Crystal Palace, very well done. They did play defensively well. They did, the saves that Henderson made were absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think he said, didn't he? He knew which way Marmoush would go in the penalty. He knew that. But he wasn't too sure on Haaland. He was a bit worried about Haaland.
Yeah, and he said he was so glad.
Handed the ball over to Marmoush, and I was just like, wow, how would that happen? There were some strange decisions.
Why did he do that? He's not scored in 7 finals.
Yeah, and then the other one was they brought on, I can't remember his name, the young fella. They brought him on, but left like Grealish on the bench, and you think, wow, his
time's done, isn't it?
This is fucking insane. Oh, definitely, yeah. But yeah, let's talk about Palace. They were fantastic.
They were, but
we keep saying they were, but let's talk about when they were.
No, they were. They were brilliant. I just fear for them now towards the end of the season or in the summer because they've got some fantastic players who've demonstrated they've been very good all season. Glasner's attracting interest.
What a job he's done. What a job. He's played.
He's brought them from 12th to 12th,
brilliantly.
But won an FA Cup.
But
most successful manager in their history for this. Purely for that.
They've played such good football, like for most of the season. They had, when he first turned up, it was a bit, oh, who's this guy? What's he doing? And then they slowly started to get results. I think the middle of this season, it got a bit dire for them. They were a bit.
Yeah, it's
then he started to pick them up again, and they've been absolutely phenomenal. That front three, you think losing Elise, it would really impact on them, but no, smashed it.
They have done incredibly well. I feel like everyone there does a job and does their job brilliantly. But they know they've got a couple of sort of superstars within their team, but the rest of the team just work for the team. I feel like it's similar sort of ilk to your Brentfords and to your Wolves. They've got some really good players, a couple of better players than the others, but they all just play as one team. They all play for each other, and it carries you so much further than other teams do.
Yeah, but let's hope they do keep Eza. Let's hope they do keep Wharton. Let's hope they do sort of keep hold of
Mateta. Yeah, even Henderson potentially.
Yeah,
but yeah, they've got a very good team there. Massive congratulations! It's a fantastic achievement. It'd be interesting to see what team plays tomorrow against Wolves and how they play on Sunday. Because who gives shit? They just won the FA Cup.
I'd still be slaughtered.
Yeah. Do you see Henderson's song? Not forgetting who gives a fuck. We've just won the FA Cup.
Yeah, it was funny. I think you sent it to me.
Fair, makes sense. Yeah, makes perfect sense. And then Cunha potentially going to Man United.
Okay, yeah.
Weird move.
Strange move, man.
Yeah, going to a less performing team, worst performing team. But they're in Europe, I suppose.
I do have, yeah, that's true. I do have a question for you.
Sure, fire away, Will.
Have you watched any footballing highlights or anything like that this week?
I have caught a couple of highlights from... Obviously, I watched the Arsenal game, of course, naturally. I watched the second half of the West Ham Forest game. And I caught a couple of glimpses of the Chelsea Man United, but not a lot.
Okay, wow. I mean, it's an improvement. We have to get better week by week, and that is exactly what you've done this week. So
there we go.
Well done. So do you want to take it away?
Where do you want to start, mate? Friday games. I didn't watch the Villa Tottenham one, but that was kind of inevitable that Tottenham were going to lose that. Resting players. On Villa's, I can't remember who scored their first, but was it Kamara scored their second one. It's a lovely little finish. Far corner, which was nice. Chelsea, Man United. Yeah, Wednesday. Is it Friday, the final? Or Wednesday or something? Or whatever.
Wednesday.
So I kind of understand why they're both resting players. It makes sense. That's their ticket to Champions League next season, which is still insane at 16th.
Why do you think they rested players?
Because they gave some of them a break, didn't they? No?
I think so.
Okay, I thought they were. Okay, fair enough. I thought it was. Yeah, I just started looking at the United team. But Fernandes came off, Casemiro. I thought they were resting players.
Okay.
I suppose that was...
Is this good podcasting?
No, probably not.
No.
Probably not, to be fair. But
crack on?
Yeah, well, you asked me to take it away, and I've thrown fuck all at it. I've just thrown shit against the wall, mate.
Okay, should we move on to Sunday's games?
Yeah. Hang on, just quickly. So with the kind of race for third as it is now,
Right.
obviously we've got Villa one at the weekend.
Yeah.
They play tomorrow? Or have they played 36? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Who
I know
plays
that they're quite close. Villa. I think Villa they're on 36 or 37, I can't remember. But the race for third, obviously Newcastle have now lost. So it's all kind of heating up again now for it. Forest is still within a chance, but they've got like a shit goal difference. But it's all looking quite tight at the top again now for that. Obviously we've secured second now, which is nice.
That's true. Yeah, we beat Newcastle 1-0 with an absolute screamer from Declan Rice.
Didn't see that going in, did you?
Yeah, I watched it. It went all the way in.
You know, you're such a dick. Such a dick.
Yeah, I've seen him do it quite a lot. I thought it was a great goal.
It was a
superb
great goal.
finish. Is there any better? Have you seen?
Yeah, Jared Bowen.
That was better.
Mate, that control, I don't
control
know,
was
better. Control and the finish was insane. To do that when you're 2-0 down as well, proper under pressure, I thought it was a very good goal. It
was a great goal.
It's a contender.
It's up there. I think Harry Wilson wins it, but it's up there, definitely.
Harry Wilson, I haven't seen this goal.
No.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's 2-2. He gets Adama Traore storms the pitch, gets it, sort of passes it out wide. He cuts in outside of the area, takes a little touch. Boom! Bottom corner.
Nice. Better than Rice's.
Incredible. Yeah.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's disappointing. And then Vardy scored his 200th goal, as you mentioned earlier.
He did.
Final appearance for Leicester.
Yeah, he got a guard of honour, didn't he, as he left the field. I wonder if they have to ask Ipswich beforehand to be like, can we just do the guard of honour for Jamie Vardy when he comes off? And whether if they say no, they just do it anyway. Because it's at their ground.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I wonder what happens in that scenario.
I don't think this is good podcasting. Everton said goodbye to Goodison.
They did, yeah. Have you seen the name of their new stadium?
Yeah, isn't it like after a lawn company, isn't it? Hilson Dixon?
Dickinson or something,
That's
yeah.
it, yeah.
What a shit name for a stadium.
Do you know, I was going to call it Hilson Dick, but it could be Dickinson Hill.
It's Hill Dickinson, but yeah, well done.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Hilson Dick, that sounds a lot better. We'll call it the Hilson Dick Stadium for next season.
We're live at the Dick Stadia.
Classic Will, always talking about Dick. He loves it. Fucking loves a bit of Dick.
We still haven't. I don't think we've still told the story about that WhatsApp thing that you.
No, we haven't. We're never going to. No, but I think we did actually, to be fair. I think you did it next week, yeah.
Okay.
Will's taking the Dick mantle for the time being.
What a sentence. And on that bombshell.
Still got obviously a couple of games to go as well. Oh no, we missed the Fulham Brentford 3-2 to win. But Fulham get there. It's because you're talking about it, we keep jumping about.
Oh my god.
But Fulham have got their best scores ever. Best point score of the season ever, which is amazing.
Yes, mate, yeah.
Good luck editing this shit show.
I still don't think it's going out as it is, mate, you know me. I don't think that you've finished talking about your top six.
No, I didn't, I don't think. It's alright. I know I'm fucking listening.
Christ, have you heard this?
Yeah, this is a bad one.
So, the race for third. So you've got two teams on 65. Man City with a game in hand, and Forest on 37. Then you've got three teams on 66 points: Newcastle, Chelsea, and Aston Villa.
Yeah, correct.
What do you think's going to happen? So City play Bournemouth today.
I think that's going to be a draw, just to make it really interesting.
To make it all 66.
Yeah, which would be fantastic. And then they all draw, Forest win, Forest get third. Imagine the scenes. Imagine those scenes.
And then, so the final day, you have got Forest Chelsea.
Oh, okay. I think that's got a draw written all over it, isn't it?
That's at Forest as well, because I said them first.
Oh, well done, you're learning.
Newcastle Everton.
That's Newcastle all over. Yeah,
Newcastle's got the win, haven't they?
I'd say so.
And then you've got Fulham, Man City,
That could be tighter than you think.
Manchester United, Aston Villa.
Oh yeah, I'd say Villa have got that as well.
So I think it's Newcastle have got the 3 points, yeah?
Yeah, I'd say Newcastle got the 3, so Newcastle would be third.
I think Villa will get 5th.
So sorry, who are Villa playing again?
Man United.
So I think Villa will win. I think Chelsea will draw. So Villa will get 4th. Chelsea drop to 5th. City have got Fulham, did you say?
Yeah, City got Fulham and Bournemouth. City are getting 6 points.
That'll be interesting because obviously Bournemouth and Fulham still in with a chance of coming 8th and still securing European football. So they've still got stuff to play for. It's not to say it's in the end of the season, oh, it gives a shit, we'll just play. There's stuff riding on it still.
Loving that there's
Is there? I can't even hear it.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving that because you slaughtered me for having background noise.
Sorry, I couldn't even hear it. Joys of being deaf.
I think it'll be Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Newcastle,
Really?
Villa, Chelsea, Forest.
Think City win both games?
Yeah, I've said that 3 times now, yeah.
Wow, interesting. There we go. Let's see what happens. One
Thank
more
you.
episode of our mainstream season, mate.
You love this. You love giving it
finale.
This is the mainstream. And then we'll do like a mini episode, and then we'll do a special episode, and then we'll do like
we're
a
done.
summer special club.
Finished.
You say this all the time, and then we get to the Monday, and you're like, oh yeah, no, maybe we'll just do another one. You know, we'd never said it was actually finished.
All right. Well, you can edit that bit out then. Apologies. Sorry, guys. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Should we say goodbye?
Take care.